Hey everybody, it's Nitro again. Sorry I kind of got cut off in the middle of it. I hit the wrong button. Sometimes that happens when you're a senior citizen. Um, anyway, the other night when I was on the Black Dragon show, I'm just letting Black Dragon know what happened. Hopefully he'll see it. If he don't, he don't. It ain't no big deal. While my wife was in surgery, it was, I think, 10, 11 hours. So the surgery was 9 hours and then 2 hours in recovery. I'm not, because I can't just sit. My back pain gets too bad, so I wander around with my cane and I get my phone out. Iowa City hospitals, they hang a lot of artwork, so I walk around and when Brat gets home, I'll have her post the pictures of all the different glass blowers and the artwork they do. So stained glass artwork. I'm an artist, so I'm into all that stuff. I've airbrushed motorcycles my whole life. Besides being a millwright paramedic, I've been an artist. I tool leather. It's just a gift that God gave me that I love to do. We're talking about doing some special pieces for some really close special friends that put out a lot of prayers for us when we were going through all this. So, and I know Brat was in tears when she got the package from Lisa and Margaret West and Smy. So much love to you people. She's so happy she got all these packages now that she can start wrapping and making jewelry. I know she's really trying really hard to get her jewelry site up and running, everybody, but she's really sick. And as soon as she gets it up and running and everything done on the website, I know she's as sick as she is right now. She's in the hospital trying to get this site done. But I have a story I was trying to explain it to Black Dragon while I was on the other night. He was doing a special on veteran suicide, and while I was in the hospital awaiting my wife's surgery, everybody, I was walking around taking pictures of all the artwork, and I was standing there taking a picture of some stained glass stuff. And sometimes Nitro has this thing where souls sometimes cross paths for a reason. I was sitting there taking a picture of this stained glass thing, and this gentleman behind me, he's an older guy, starts talking to me. He asked me about my cut and what all the meanings were on my cut. And then he's seen at the bottom of my cut, I have the veterans, the Vietnam veterans' souls lost. So what is it, 59,000 something? It's just a little tiny patch that says how many people was lost in Vietnam at war. And he asked me about that. Well, the patch, you can barely read it. It's been on my cut for 15 years. And I told him, I says, well, my dad was in Vietnam, and we got to talking, and he was a Marine in Vietnam. And so he asked me about my dad and how my dad was doing. And I said, well, I lost my father to, he was one of them veterans that, checked out early in 1997. I miss him dearly. I wish he was here so my grandkids could have gotten to know him. My kids were all small when my dad took his life. It's sad. My dad, and I was trying to explain to them, when a veteran takes their life, the amount of pain that puts on the family, and sometimes that can set off a chain reaction of suicides. And I'm trying to stop that, because there was a time I had through 3 suicide attempts because of what my dad did. So, if this reaches any veterans, think about your family. Reach out to your family. The Marine I met in that hospital, our souls crossed for a reason. We sat there and talked for almost 2 hours. his wife was in surgery. And he told me things about Vietnam because he learned that my dad took his own life. He started crying. And he said, and he told me things, and I'm not going to share his story because his story was personal to me. Because he told me, he said, Nitro, you're the only person I have sat down and talked to and told this much to about my time in Vietnam than I ever have anybody. Because I feel your pain from what your dad did by taking his life and the loss you have in your heart and the emptiness. I feel that I need to tell you our story. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you the story. But I think that very moment, there was a lot of healing on his side and my side. And it was weird because when I got the call, my wife was out of surgery. He got the call at the same time. We both walked up together. And it was weird the day after that, when they sent my wife into recovery, we happened to cross paths again. And he came up and gave me a hug, and his wife was going to the same recovery as my wife. So he's now going to be a member on the channel. And don't ever give up hope, because there's always somebody out there to listen. For some reason, this guy listened to me, and because of my pain, it helped him heal just that little bit. Just that little bit, everybody. So I'll let you take a look around the house, everybody. So normally this time of year, everything in my house is Christmas. Everything. I take all these photos off the wall. All of them, and everything is Christmas. All these photos are replaced with giant. This one's a giant Santa Claus train. That one's a giant Santa Claus. That one's a giant snowman. That one's another huge Santa Claus Christmas picture above the TV. I got a huge tree right here in the corner where this chair sits. A 7-foot tree with a train that goes around it. And I didn't decorate it all this year, everybody. The thing Nitro wants for Christmas is his wife home. So if y'all can help pray for me to get my wife home, please do. And please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video, everybody. Thank you. God bless. We'll see you on the next one. Nitro.